the more friction you can remove from a particular habit, the more likely it is to do. And the easier it is, if it's easy, you will do it. If it's difficult and there's more friction, there's a greater likelihood that you're actually not going to follow through, and or it's just not sustainable.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
Now, I want to go ahead and just make it abundantly clear that this podcast episode is not a substitute for reading the book. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys pick up Atomic Habits by James Clear and read it. In fact, this book has been so powerful that not only am I physically reading the book and I'm about to finish with it within the next day or two, but I'm actually going to listen to the audio version on Audible. Because I really wanted to just be drilled into my conscious and subconscious. And if you take just one thing away from this episode, if you take two things away, number one, to read the book, and number two, if you can just take one thing from one of these laws and just quickly apply it, I believe that in short time, you're going to start to see the benefits. Okay, so the first law, make it obvious. One, fill out the habit scorecard. Write down your current habits to become aware of them. And again, if you go to atomichabits.com/resources, you can go ahead and download that habit scorecard for free. So the first step is to just be aware of what are your current habits. What filling out the habit scorecard is going to do is it's going to force you to just recognize what are those habits that you do that you don't even realize, right? So like, most of us hopefully wake up and one of the first things we do is you probably go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth. Like these are habits that you probably don't have to really think hard or even very much about. You just instinctively do them because they're just part of your morning routine. They're part of your habit ritual. So filling out the habit scorecard is going to bring the obvious things to light. And it's also going to uncover the things that you do that maybe you don't even know that you do. You know, if I was to ask you what side of your mouth do you primarily chew on, you probably don't know. You have to kind of think about it. And what filling out the habit scorecard might bring something like that to light. Now, that's probably a poor example because those aren't exactly the types of habits that we're trying to track. But I really just want to, I share that to illustrate that by filling out this scorecard, it's going to bring to light the things that you're aware of and the things that you're not aware of as far as your habits are concerned. Number two, under the first law of make it obvious, is use implementation intentions. And basically what an implementation intention is I will insert behavior at insert time in insert location. So I will behavior, whatever the behavior is, at a certain time in a certain place and a certain location. So let me just, I have the book in front of me and I want to share some examples with you. So let's say, for example, you want to exercise. Here's an example of an implementation intention. I will exercise for 1 hour at 5 p.m. in my local gym, right? So I will exercise is the behavior. For 1 hour is the time, or at 5 p.m. is the time. In my local gym is the location. So by using implementation intentions, you can start to apply the strategies to your habits that are going to make habits stick and make habits sustainable, right? And what it is one of the things I've realized about reading the Atomic Habits is that the more friction you can remove from a particular habit, the more likely it is to do. And the easier it is, if it's easy, you will do it. If it's difficult and there's more friction, there's a greater likelihood that you're actually not going to follow through, and or it's just not sustainable. So another quick example of implementation intention is meditation. You know, if you've listened to the podcast, you know that I've been practicing transcendental meditation for a little bit over a year now, and I absolutely love it. So an example of meditation is I will meditate for 20 minutes at 7 a.m. in my living room. All right, my friend, I hope you enjoyed that Flip Empire episode and got a lot of value out of it. Make sure to check the show notes page for any resources that were mentioned. And speaking of resources, honestly, I don't think I've done the best job of sharing with you my top curated, highly recommended tools and resources that I use in my business or have used in my business. In some cases, these are affiliate relationships with people that I highly trust and respect, and I know these tools and resources can help you and your business go to the next level. And as an ethical bribe, if you decide to try out one of these resources using my link, I will go ahead and send you an unadvertised bonus. I'll send you something of high value. All you got to do is shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com. Go ahead and let me know that you that you tried out this resource, and however I can help you getting started with that. Chances are that I know it very, very well and currently use it or have used it. So make sure to check that out, flipempire.com/resources. And if I can be of help or service to you in any way, just shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com, and I will do anything I can for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next show.